What's up, my fairy collective and newbies and people that have been with me for like since I've been on YouTube? Hey, my name is Aya. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing in advance. Thank you just for your energy because you don't have to give me your attention. Your attention is your magic, and you're deciding to put it here. And I'm going to honor that by not wasting your time. So let's get right into it. What is true forgiveness versus, ego forgiveness? First of all, in reality, there's nothing that needs to be forgiven. I'm always going to start off in your crown chakra, okay? Because that's really all you need to know. All you need to know is what God did, what God created. What God created is innocence, purity, perfection. Not perfection based on what the ego has made. Okay, the ego has made this world. The ego has made this dimension. The ego has made bodies. The ego has made planets. The ego has made astrology. The ego has made water. This is a blind. And we are the makers of magic. Everything that we see and use in our realm is magical. It's all magic. We're all magicians and we're masters at it. We're just asleep. Okay? We have permission to use the stuff that reality is made up of to do these things. It's not like let me make sure my mic is on. It's not like we're doing anything wrong, but we do misuse God energy, which is love. There is love. There's love in the darkest corners of this universe. There's still love there, or else it wouldn't exist at all. Okay? What light beings are here to do is to expand the love part and to eradicate the ignorant part. Let me turn off my notifications. Thank you. Ignorance is just what it sounds like. Ignore. You just ignore. People are ignoring their inner knowing because everybody knows this stuff. I'm never teaching you guys anything. I am pointing your attention in the direction of it because nothing is going to expand without your attention being given to it. So you can know something all you want, but if you pay attention to ignorance or things that are uncomfortable and things that make you feel bad and all that, then you're going to get more of what you focus on. That is the rules. I did not make them. You didn't eat. Well, that's a lie. We did. We did. Yeah. Okay. What does that have to do with forgiveness? I was starting off saying that in reality, which is what God created, not what the ego made, there is no need for forgiveness because God doesn't see our wrongdoings, what we would consider our wrongdoings, what religion would say is a wrongdoing. And I don't care what it is that you are thinking of, the atrocities of this world. Sure. Yes, yes, yes. You should be angry at that. Yes, that's infuriating. Good, good. You should be mad. Now that your attention is on what should not be or what you don't like, you can focus your attention on what you do want. That's the reason for it. If you use it for that, then you are forgiving it. If it helps you focus your attention on the light and expand the light more, then it's done its job. Because what is forgiveness then? Forgiveness is the turning of changing your perspective from looking at things in one way to looking at things how God views it and only seeing that. Also, on top of that, knowing that, damn, I lost my train of thought just that quick because my downloads are coming so fast. It's funny. All right. So yeah, maybe if I backtrack, changing your perspective from the way the ego or the world views things, from what you made up for things to be, and only seeing things the way God views them, and really only seeing that. Oh, yeah. And then setting people free and yourself free, not needing anyone to change in order to fit what you would consider a loving being, because everyone is worthy of love. That is the only way you're going to heal your mind. If you know that no matter what you did, have done, or going to do, in reality, which is heaven, nirvana, the kingdom of heaven, which is within you, you are as pure as a lamb, as innocent as a lamb, and as pure as a dove. And until you know that you are good, meaning you don't need to change a thing, you don't need to do anything, you don't need to work to deserve love, because that is what you are. And until you know that and embody that, which means you live it, then you're going to always have these splits, and you're going to always be double minded. And there's always going to be duality in your world. And duality creates suffering. Why? Because whatever isn't real makes us feel bad. Like when you're in alignment with spirit, you feel good. When you're thinking how spirit thinks, you feel good. If you think about the worst person in your life that you have the hardest time truly forgiving and letting go of bitterness and resentment towards or whatever, whether it's suppressed or right it up in your face, and if you look at them the way God would have you look at them, meaning that they're a child of God and they are loved, they are perfect, that just feels better to say. And it's not saying that they did not hurt you in the past, but are you even that same person? This is what I was writing about, which is what inspired this video. I asked Spirit because I'm in a purging process right now, because I am quantum leaping right now. Whenever you quantum leap, whatever is in your way, whatever is in your way of you moving into your new timeline is going to come in your face. Pow, pow, pow. Messages after messages. You can turn your phone on, you can look up in the sky. You can run, but you can't hide, because it's something you asked for. And forgiveness for me is something that keeps coming up. So I asked, what is the more funny perspective to look at my family of origin? Hold on. I hear people here. Hold on. Okay, cool. Where was I? Okay, what is the most funny perspective? Now, for those of you who don't know, I come from a family that who just was not funny to me. but they think like being cruel is fun and funny, especially if you're a sensitive person like me who takes everything serious, I guess. And I guess it's real fun to mess with me and to like make me feel all the things that I dread feeling, left out, abandoned, um, just like all these things. And so, what have been the wounds that have been coming up for me lately? Um, oh, yeah. Okay. So, not feeling supported because I'm looking to expand more into like my true self, my throat chakra is healing, and my solar plexus are healing. I have a lot of potential to just do all the things I want to do because I feel better than ever. After my car wreck, it really was and has been a phoenix rising moment for me, like a humiliation ritual because I had to go be back around the very people that I never wanted to ever be around or talk to again, you know? Um, but every day, though, even though I was no contact, I felt guilty. I felt like I was ruminating. Like I always felt like I was just always still healing. Um, but after being around them and facing all those fears and being loving, staying in meditation, talking a lot of things through to the end, crying, journaling, like all I did was focus on love, on loving myself, on how much God loves me, being in environments where there's no love, no support, nothing. So now that I'm out of those situations and I'm out of away from them, it's such a cleared out space. There's just nothing left towards them. Nothing. I don't feel the need to, and that goes for probably like all of my relationships. It's like the need for validation from them is what died. And I think the need for validation in general died because just how I handle even my friendships and other people, it's just different. And I feel different and I feel more confident in myself. And so now that I'm reaching to do my purpose, my mission more, just bring more of myself to everything I do. And I know I've kind of been experimenting here on this channel trying to find it because I um, haven't known like how I'm supposed to express myself. Like, I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, my way of expressing myself in the past with my talents is to go sing live on stage, to go do gigs. You know, how do I translate music and stuff to my online community in a way that is beneficial not only for you but for me, and I need to make a living because I like my purpose and my business to mesh. I'm one of those people, and so like finding my voice, finding my lane, because I'm also supposed to do things in my way. It has to be authentic because I can feel it and so can you. And so it's been like, oh man, not the easiest void to be in, but I'm the type that don't give up, you know? And so you will see what's panning out. And I have been like really working hard to find myself even deeper. I started writing poetry again because I remembered that when I was a little girl, writing poetry was my like intimacy. And for some reason, it really helps me get clear about my feelings because I'm realizing that the reason why my astrology videos and stuff hit so well and connect so well with people is because I'm really connecting, you know, and And I'm not self-conscious, and I don't have any doubt that what I'm saying is being channeled. It feels good to me. Like when I was making those videos, it felt in alignment. And so getting into that mode, because I'm really truly not in that space anymore to do astrology. Astrology is um I made a video about how it's a spell, but when I would use it for myself, I didn't really take it all that seriously. I would use it to help me learn certain things that I needed to let go of, and I would let it go and it would be done. But what I've learned about working with a collective of people and having people call me for these things over and over again, it's kind of like I start getting bogged down with energies that I don't want to be bogged down with, because it is kind of like a focus. It's a certain dimension that I don't have to be in if I don't want to. Like, I've already broken free from that. And I also have to take responsibility for sharing and giving that, and just tell people the truth. Whether people accept it or not, believe it or not, it's up to them. But it's really not that serious anyway. It is what it is. I'll make more videos about that maybe in some ways, because there's some things that need to be wrapped up. All right. So, what is the more funny perspective to look at by my family of origin? That's so. What came to me is that that's not me. They didn't love. Then I wrote, then who was it? I don't even know that person they were trying to destroy. That person never existed. And that's why they couldn't destroy me. This is kind of like at my last pad split I was at, I had an incident, I guess, with another roommate pad split member. And he said that he was a shaman. One of the other my other members I could talk to with ease, right? And it was a wholesome exchange of, like, I'm a older wise woman and he was a younger student, and I would share wisdom with him, so he felt safe to tell someone else in the house that I'm spiritual. And so this person used that to attack me, and he got pretty belligerent because he wanted to use that, oh yeah, I'm spiritual too, thinking that I would feel safe, free, and open up to him and let him get close to me, I guess because he wants someone to feel close to. But I was not vibing with him like that. I didn't want to. So I just kept everything real surface. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, I wasn't saying yes or no, I'm not spiritual. I wasn't like, I'm not always just jumping on a relationship with people who say they are like me. It has to be a certain synergy. And then most of the time people have their stopping point, because of the shamanic journey that I've been on within myself. I just tend to go way deeper within and face the scariest parts of my being because of my job. Like, I can't be afraid of no demon. I can't be afraid of the darkness at all if I'm going to be able to reach and help so many people and show my face online. Because let me tell you something, the darkness doesn't really appreciate light beings at all. They come after us, they hunt us, they come through other people. I'm constantly like having to put up with bullshit that I honestly don't care about. And that's why I'm able to to deal with it because I know it's not real. For somebody else that would take all this seriously, they'd be online going crazy, going off. Like I could like really lose my shit and not be grounded and be able to talk to y'all right now. I could lose my mind. I could be in a sane asylum. Your girl is a spiritual baddie, and I know it, but it's no. It is what it is. I'm here. Here we are. This is how. That's my attitude. That was my attitude when I woke up in the hospital, and I'm like, can't move, neck broken. I'm waking up. I'm like, okay, okay, all right, God, let's get it. Fuck it. Let's fuck it up. Because I know spirit realm is the most powerful realm. It's more powerful than anything that anybody could ever say, do, think about me. A whole legion of people can be against me. So they think, anyway, with their conscious mind. But because they're really not, it's not possible because God did not create separation. We did because we wanted to see what it was like. And also, God doesn't mind adventures and different experiences. God does not judge these experiences. So there is no original sin. It's a mistake of perspective. It's not possible, but it's fun to imagine, kind of like a dream when you sleep. It's fun to imagine if it were possible to die, what would it be like? And if you could take it seriously, what would that be like? But the issue is that we get stuck like that. You know how your mom will be like, if you keep making that face, it's going to get stuck like that. It's like if you keep focusing on the same thing over and over again in the same way, and you don't change your perspective back to the original, to your origins, then you're going to believe it. You're going to start believing it. All right. And you're going to keep incarnating over and over again, thinking that you deserve to die, or that you deserve pain, and that you deserve suffering. And that's where the forgiveness of yourself come in, because because it's not true. That's not even you. Who the fuck are they talking to? They're not talking to me. And that is a funny perspective. That's a funny perspective. That's a way you can laugh at anything that might seem like an enemy, because it's just not possible. And they're not talking to you. So back to the Pat split story. So this guy go off, and I'm feeling a two ways. One way, I'm like, yes, because I was quantum leaping again, which I've been doing a lot of. And in my new life, I wanted to be where I'm at now. But the system in this world told me no. That was my get out of jail free card, basically. Him acting like that, and then being like, it's an emergency. Someone is crazy here. You have to let me leave, and you have to approve, blah, 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 blah. They did not want to. It was some glitches in the matrix. What I did, let me tell y'all a secret. Anytime you face opposition or a no to what it is that you're trying to go towards, stay silent. Go meditate. Don't respond at all. Because the spirit world is the most powerful. The spirit realm is going to have the final say. Always. This world can't hold a candle to God. If you focus on God all the time, you are the most powerful bitch up in this piece at all times. This is why people are always kind of like, I'm cheery, I'm bubbly, I'm open, I am present, I'm fun, I'm gorgeous. I'm willing to share. I'm a great person to have around. But there's just some people that be like, like I told you, there's something the darkness in this world will use them to try to comfort me. And I just be like, they're blind because they're not focused on God and they're focused on trying to stop me in the physical realm. And I can see them too. Because it's not real and it's not really that person. I don't blame people. I don't fight. I don't argue. I don't cuss. I go, good. This is creating an opportunity for me somewhere, somehow. There's situations going on in this place I'm in now. I'm ready to go. And I need spirit to make a way for me. And so I just let spirit work. It's all good. Let this bitch burn. If that's what spirit wants to do, like you should see some of the things that spirit does, because it happens for you too. But I'm always amazed. I'm like, I just be like, God, it don't never be no harm done to nobody. It don't. It's always spirit is smooth as hell. But it'd be stuff that you would a plot twist that you could never guess or imagine. You'd be like, this is how this is going to work out for me. Thank you, God. Will move people clean out your path, especially if you are like diligent. I don't know what else the other word would be. It's like my journals, pen, meditate, beach. I do what God tells me to do. I do what God tells me to do. And it's just real simple. You don't have to, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. You don't have to lift a finger. You don't have to lift a finger. And that's forgiveness as well. It's like when you realize what you are and that you're one with the creator and God has your back, God is your protector, God is your food, God is your shelter, God is your hope, God is your dream, God is your lover, God is the light, God is the way, God is the truth, God is like my source. The God is the only one I answer to. Then who in this world can be against you? Everything that happens is for your good. And if you look at everything that way, and it is a must, it is a must, then you will not lose. You cannot lose. You're abundant. You have everything you need at all times, at your will, at your disposal. Like I said before, you will be moved out of your own way. Your ego will be moved out of your way. If there is a thought, a little bug or a little cog in your system, in your meridians or something, it will be shown to you. That's why I made the Patreon so that we can get rid of all those buggies. You have to be diligent. You have to practice. Like you have to practice. Every time you think a thought and feel an emotion, you're practicing. So your spiritual practice is what you're focusing on. So if you're constantly focusing on feeling sad, sorry, most people don't take responsibility for their feelings like that. Most people think their feelings just happen upon them, come on to them, and they can't do anything about it. And they need medication, and they need sex, and they need addictive behaviors in order to like All right. So if you think that, then yeah, there will be nothing that you can do because you think that. But if you know that if you're feeling sad, is this because you've been practicing being sad? You're practicing. And if you should ever want to come up out of it, it is going to be a little bit of an uphill battle at first because that energy has more momentum, just kind of like a snowball effect. Because the more you think something and feel something, the more momentum it has. All right. And so you're closer to the physical manifestation of whatever your sadness is about to make for you in the physical realm than joy because you haven't been practicing joy. And joy, and if you feel like joy is only people who have a lot of money are happy, then you go after getting money while you're sad, then you're going to be sad when you get the money and you're going to feel like, well, I don't even really want this money. Because however you're feeling, I did a reading on 717 on in my TikTok, which is the same name. It goes by the same name as this YouTube channel. But it was a fun reading. Is 717 activation code. I guess if you put hashtag 717 or hashtag angel number 717, and that activation code is telling you, giving you signs and signals that enjoy the journey. Because whatever you're focusing on while you are on your journey before you get to your destination is how you're going to feel when you end up wherever you feel like you want to be. It's not about the destination because after you get to that destination, you're going to want to expand some more. But how do you want to show up is what's more important. Like your everyday life, like how do you want to feel? And you make that the most important thing. That's part of forgiveness as well. Allowing yourself to just know that you're worthy because you're God's child. And you don't need to explain or justify it to yourself or anybody else. And just look forward to the small parts of your manifestation showing up in your world. I love this story. I love archways. I love like Italian villas. I mean, there's all types of architectural styles that I like in homes. And I see myself having a substantial real estate portfolio one day because I love real estate and I love furniture and fashion. Like that's what I'll be spending my riches on because I like it. It makes me happy. Okay. And so I pay attention to certain things that I like around me. And that lets me know that my manifestations are getting closer and closer and closer. Well, like when I see like Italian villas and archways and whatever else reminds me of what I would like to manifest, I'll be like, thank you. That is how manifestation works. It shows up. You start seeing it. Like if you're asking for abundance, I have bunches of pennies and quarters, dimes. I don't see nickels that much in my pockets, in my purse, because I'm always seeing money everywhere. And it makes me so excited. I feel like I've won the lottery. And that is the momentum that will bring you your money. Everything is about energy, focus, momentum. Whenever I see a quarter, I'll be like, bitch, I'm rich. That's it. I'm about to be rich. People be like, why is she so high over a quarter? I found a quarter in the trash. I'm like, who found a quarter in the trash? I guess it was waiting there for me. Mine now. I'm rich because I usually end up getting, I guess I'm not going to explain that because I like count in multiples, whatever, like whatever I got, however amount I got last time, I see like how big it grows because I just like watching it like that. I don't know if it's true, but if I focus on it that way, then spirit will make it true for me. That's just how it is. All right. I created a meditation for family elders, the oldest in the family. You can check that out. I'm going to put that up for free. There is also a Reiki healing session in Patreon. There is a Oracle dream session because I want us to dream journal and focus on symbols and dreams. You can also go to my TikTok. There's a few readings there, activation codes. I think that's where I want to leave like angel number stuff on TikTok because that's fun. It's only 10-minute readings. I have some other guided meditations and stuff that I've already recorded, but I have to edit all these things. I'm also editing like another skit that I'm going to put on my TikTok, and a song, new song too. And so, as I find my way and my voice, you will find that most of this is going to be me talking, sharing my life, sharing my stories, because I've come a long, long way. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm a storyteller, I'm a mystic, I am an artist, and I am supposed to put my codes that are downloaded to me all the time into everything I do. So everything that you get from me is very potent with this aura that you guys get from me. And it helps boost up your energy as well, inspire you, give you courage, give you hope, help you understand yourself better so that you can continue to feel like it's safe to wake up. Because, like I said before, it ain't nothing nice a lot of times to deal with people who have that energy to attach to in the first place because they're not focused on the light enough, where the dark forces can, the illusionary world can come and try to bother you or whatever. But you have to become a master at focusing on the light and only seeing the light. And you know you're seeing the light when you see opportunity. When you see opportunity in the opposition, you're like, thank you. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Either opposition, it always helps you focus. And it also, what I have found for myself, it heightens your desire. That's what a quantum leap needs. For whatever it is you say you have to want it. Like, you have to have a really strong desire. You have to focus on it a lot. Um, and you have to be in a frequency that matches that quantum leap. It's like walking on a tightrope. Oh. Oracle cards I'm making. Oh, yeah, you're about to get a lot from Aya Delaney. We're coming. I'm actually really excited. Yeah, because I can see what spirit is building from me, little me. And I know God. If I know God, if I know my God, our God, He always does even more than we can ever dream of or imagine, especially when we move out of the way. It was nice talking to you once again. Again, my website's ayabellene.com, TikTok, ayabellene. So is my Instagram. I haven't gotten back on there yet. Sorry for my Insta people. It's interesting how different people are drawn to different social media outlets, and now to get a different crowd on everything. TikTok's pretty fun though, because it's so fast paced, and I like fast pace. Um, oh, you can still sign up for personal sessions with me. I am also working on worksheets, and I know I said this was my problem in the past, just having so many ideas, but they don't go away. I've just had to learn to stay focused, balanced, grounded, have my time to myself, spend my days at the beach. And then, like, when it's time for me to work, I get a lot done. And it's not all going to come out all at once. And so I check stuff off that's on my list as I do them. And someday, one day, I wrote like 5 things down, and I that was like my list for the whole week. I thought it was going to be a list for the day. But I tend to underestimate how long it takes to get these things done. Thank you guys for rocking with me, even though it's been probably confusing for you. It's been confusing for me as well. I'm still just kind of like honing in because my particular purpose is very unique and it has to come from me. So I'm the one that has to sit with myself and go within and feel and write and journal and dream and imagine, get signs and symbols and confirmations. Peace, you guys.